chapter about the hinges, it's been an ongoing learning experience for me. The hinges connect the base of the motor to the stators. Not only do they hinge in and out, but they've got to set up perfectly with the rotor on the inside, so they need to be able to be adjusted in a myriad of ways to make the magnetic action happen. I recommend that the wheel be loaded with the magnets and then the hinges be adjusted without magnets so that you're not fighting the magnetic force while you're trying to do micro fine tuning to make sure it's square in all the dimensions it has to be square in. And the wheel is such a bear to get into the motor that you want to load it before you put it in, because you don't want to take it out again to load it after you've done the adjustment. Now, I designed this hinge myself, and it's aligned in very, very many ways. Basically, the base can sit on the base of the motor. However, it needs to be fit in a general way. And then you've got all kinds of adjustments on the silver or the metal parts there. You see I got a piece of angle iron that can be adjusted, and then I've got the hinge plates that can be adjusted against the angle iron, and put that into the assembly and adjust it, and then you simply pull the door nails out of the hinges, and you can load the stators with magnets, knowing that when you set them back in place, all you're doing is removing and replacing the door nail, and that the adjustments are all going to be already set. Well, the first one I did was with an old-fashioned door hinge, and it had tons of play. And the second one I did, I used brass piano hinges and attached them to the remaining pieces of a door hinge, and that way I could get the full bite and grip of a door hinge and yet still have a much tighter clearance using the piano hinge. Well, that went pretty good. You can see there you got the door nail of the piano hinge, much smaller, but it still serves in the same way. And its wobble was much, much less, but it still had some wobble. And now I've gotten stainless steel piano hinges, and I intend to attach them to the door hinge pieces like I did with the other ones, and hopefully this thing will fly. Thank you very much. Just one more thing, excuse me. I was so busy talking about these hinges that I forgot to talk about the stators. Well, when you put the stators on the hinges, you want to advantageously position them in and out to get the right bite on there. You also want to cut a little bit of the inside corner of the circle off so that when they open and close, they clear the wheel on top of them. And then when I was using the piano hinges, I made the two hinges like in a flurry and forgot about maybe making one backwards from the other so I could take them both out the front way. So I had to drill a hole on the front and back of the 2x6 that was the center support for the motor. And that should just about do it. It's a lot of trial and error and monkeying around.